And good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another manga I have recently read through and review. And as you can see here, I've read another 26 volumes of manga during this time period into June, July, August, as you can see here. So first things first, we have Jujutsu Kaisen, which is sort of like one of the later volumes or latest volumes, which is available in English presently right now. Of course, we've got Fire Force, volumes 17 to 26, which has been really nice to catch up with that. I do have some more, which I will be catching up with later, which will be volumes 27 to 33, but that might change as I collect more manga coming in during the upcoming months. And of course, beginning a bit of a new series that sort of grabbed my interest, and I did happen to see the first episode of the anime on Crunchyroll, and I must admit, it is an interesting story as well as series. At first, I was a little bit unsure if I was going to like the series, but through what I've read through so far, and I do happen to have another volume in the series, which is volume 15, the present latest one available to read through, and that will probably carry over to the next manga I've recently read through video. So now it's time to jump into the area of the rating of the manga that I've been reading through. So the Jujutsu Kaisen one, with this particular volume, it carries over from the Shibuya arc into the Culling game, and we get to see a little bit more of what is happening in connection to the Culling game, and also learning that there are some people who can also awaken their sort of like curse ability, whether they're a player, but for we know it might also include just a random citizen walking through, to which they do bring up in the Culling game that if they are going to be participating in this, they really don't want a random citizen sort of like being caught up in the game and also being killed in it. And that is a very fair established point. And I really like that. For that, I'll give the volume that is here 19 and 8 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the Fire Force stuff that I've been reading through. And my goodness, there has been quite a lot been happening in the story. Yes, we get to see Takun. Yes, we get to see a number of other characters. One of the things that I've really been enjoying and sort of looking forward in each volume is getting to see Shinra wanting to catch up with his brother, and who is also called Sho. And I'd also like to get the figure of Sho as well. And during some of the discussion that happens throughout the story, Sho sort of starts to question the evangelist in a way and some of his things, and he wants to also learn more about his past and his family because of what Shinra did to intervene in the past through the Dollar Link. And I'm looking forward to how that will go when I start to move into the later volumes. Next is Orient by Shinobu Otaka. Now, with this story, it reminds me almost a bit like Seven Samurai in some part, Demon Slayer in another part, but instead of, there are demons to demon gods which you see in the story, and of course you learn of demon blades, and it's like, okay, how does this play in? But with a number of those demon blades, you also have like a type of color that's allocated to certain blades. And again, with that, it does sort of give the feel like Demon Slayer, but there might even be a little bit more volumes compared to the Demon Slayer series. And you follow the character of Musashi along with his best friend, who you do learn a little bit. Well, you do learn quite a bit about his best friend, and that there's even a time where his best friend sort of didn't like samurai. But if it wasn't for something that Musashi said, he probably wouldn't have changed his mind. So you get to see how the character of Musashi played a part in sort of like helping his best friend sort of like understand, okay, not all samurai are bad, but you do get the dickheads along the way. And that I really liked and enjoyed. And the story does continue. I'm not going to give really big spoilers, especially towards where I am right now. But for Fire Force, for volumes 17 to 26, I will give an 8.5 out of 10. Moving into the volumes of Orient that I have presently read through, volumes 1 to 14, I will give an 8 out of 10. That might actually change as I get a little bit further in the story. So until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.